Harry? Vasek, perhaps you could start by just kind of summing up your season to this point and you know how it's gone and you know reflecting on the season so far.
Yeah, it hasn't been a great season for me so far. There's no hiding that. But it's a learning process. Everybody goes through tough periods, and unfortunately for me, this is mine right now. But everything has plus sides to it, and then there's lots that I've been learning this year, and it's a learning experience for me. So I'll come back from this, and I'll be stronger, more wise, and try to use this experience to for the better.
Is there anything you and your coach have been working on in particular for this week here in Toronto?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, actually, I've been just trying to touch up on some of my strengths again. I think kind of been working on a lot of areas of my game that we felt I needed to improve, and maybe now we're just kind of reconnecting with my strengths, my big serve, forehand movement on the court, which had won me so many matches in the last 3 years and over the course of my career. So just kind of making sure that that those are firing well.
Let's talk about the Rogers Cup in particular. That's why we're here in Toronto. A historic event and a prestigious tournament as well. What were your thoughts on playing here this week?
Yeah, well, it's always nice coming home. Playing your home tournament, it's incredibly special. You can take great energy from that, especially me. I'm looking for some good wins and getting some confidence. And I think this is a great week to do it in front of the home crowd. There's no doubt they'll be on my side and pushing me through. And I'm going to try to take as much positive energy as I can and turn things around and play a good match on Tuesday. That's number one is just going out there and playing to the best of my abilities, and that's what I'll try to do.
Yeah, a word about the fans here. A passionate bunch of passionate tennis fans in Canada. How much of a lift can they give you this week?
Oh yeah, very passionate fans. And I love it. I'm an emotional guy, and I feed off their energy. So playing in Canada, it's always great, and I tend to play well at home. So and tennis is growing in this country, and there seems to be more and more interest in the sport. So more and more people coming out. So I'm hoping that we'll have a big crowd for my match, and of course for the other Canadians that are playing.
Speaking of which, your compatriot Milos, he's had such a great year and obviously such a special Wimbledon. Thoughts on him and what he's doing for tennis in Canada and being sort of flag bearer, if you like.
Yeah, well, he's been having incredible results. Obviously, he's been very consistent the last few years, and there's no doubt that we owe a lot of the success and popularity of our sport goes to the success of Milos recently and Genie as well, and so for sure helping the sport big time in our country. And I think a lot of young guys are coming up now, and it's motivating for everybody, myself included. I want to have more results and have other great moments and memories as I've had the last few years. And I think tennis right now in general in Canada is on the rise, so it's very exciting.
A word about Novak Djokovic. He's kind of dominated the Masters series this year. What is it about him that makes him such an aura on the court, if you like, and sort of dominate the sport this year on the Masters series?
Well, what can't you say about him? He does everything so well. He's got no weaknesses. One of the best returners in the history of the sport. Incredible, movement. He does everything well. I mean, he doesn't have weakness. He plays fast. He really puts you in situations you don't want to be in, and he's a great competitor, and that's what makes a champion. And he's just been showing that on a consistent basis for the last I don't know how many years, 4 years. He's been very dominant. So there haven't been too many times like this in our sport where a player would dominate in such a fashion. So he's pretty impressive what he's been able to do these last few years.
Okay, that's great.